Okay, so it's warmed up now.
Yeah, it's sunny now.
So, what is your name?
Rosemary.
Rosemary. So, you have been an owner of an EV since when?
Since 2020.
2020. And is this your car, your Nissan?
It's a 2018 Nissan Leaf.
Nissan Leaf. Okay. And I heard you say that you absolutely love it.
I absolutely do.
Yes. So, let me ask you a question. Why EV? Why did you? I'm assuming that you drive this vehicle all the time.
It's my daily vehicle.
It's your
yes.
daily vehicle. So why did you switch over from a gasoline car to an electric vehicle?
Well, I've been driving hybrids for about 20 years prior to this.
Okay.
So it makes sense. This is the next step.
Right.
But biggest thing is didn't want to be driving on gas anymore.
Yeah. That's always a good thing not to drive on gas. You could drive right past the gas station. Go.
Yeah, I'm a little cheap. I need to save some money. I'm going to save some money on gas.
That's right. That's right. So what's the best thing that you brought up? One of the best things to be an EV owner or a hybrid owner is to skip the gas. And I noticed that gas prices are going up slowly.
Yes.
I did want to ask you about charging because one of the people who watch my channel actually was a little upset at her first experience as an EV owner.
Okay.
When she bought a vehicle, it wasn't from a traditional EV company or a car company. She just bought it from another place. Got in the vehicle, 20 miles later, getting notifications like, oh my God, they didn't tell me where I need to charge. She lived in a townhome, so she couldn't go home. So she struggled to try to find a charger. The first charger she found was broken.
Oh,
so she had bad luck and it put a bad taste in her mouth. So for someone like you, what would you tell people that would get a car, again, not from a traditional car dealership, because you have others.
I bought mine from CarMax. They had no clue about this car when I bought it.
That's my point.
Yes.
Okay.
I knew more about the car because I knew what I wanted.
Right.
So when I bought it, the dealers were great, but they really couldn't answer a lot of my questions.
Mm-hmm.
I actually did the test drive knowing more about the car than the dealer did. When my mom bought her Ioniq 5, we also knew more about the car than the dealer did. The first thing I did is I went to a charging station and it was broken the first time as well. And you just got to be patient. You just got to be patient. You have to expect there's going to be a learning curve on it. Not just owning the car, but driving the car, maintenance for the car. There's going to be a learning curve on that because it's all new.
Yeah.
And you just got to be patient. And when I got my car home, the first thing I did is I plugged it into the wall for the first 6 months because I didn't have a charger installed at home. So I would come home, plug it into the wall at my house, and that's how I charged for the first 6 months until I got a home charger installed.
Right. All right, so let's talk about your two charging ports here.
Okay, so we have a 1772 port.
Are you sure about that?
Sure, yes.
Just kidding.
On the right-hand side, that's your level 2 charger.
Yes.
So that's going to be your typical, 6 to 7 kilowatts,
Trickling charge, start charging at 6 p.m.
My car only takes about 5 hours to fully charge up from about 10% to 100.
Okay.
On this, because I also have a 44 kilowatt battery in it.
Right.
It's not real big.
Okay.
And then on the left-hand side, there is the Chatamo, however you want to call that.
Chatamo, yes.
And that is actually unique to Nissans and other Japanese cars.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing it's getting phased out over time.
Yeah.
I'm still able to find chargers pretty easily.
Well, where do you find them?
Most public charging stations I've been to still have them, but there's probably just one.
So is there is there an app for that? Because again, just thinking about the young lady who was struggling trying to find charging, she could go online and just Google, how do I charge my car or something like that, so she can get.
The best thing you can do is start with something like PlugShare, and then a lot of the other charging companies, the people that manufacture the charging stations, a lot of them have individual apps. Start with one of those, and you can sort out the type of charger that you have.
There you go. That's a good point. So. What are you thinking about buying?
Probably an Ioniq, one of the Ioniq series.
Okay.
It's probably the one I'm leaning towards the most.
Right. Okay. Well, good luck to you.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll see you here sometime soon in your very, very brand new car.
Hopefully. Yes.
Yeah. All right. Thanks again. All right, so as we were leaving, I got to back this up a little bit. Okay, So ask me what you just asked me.
I asked you if you run the Don't Waste Your Time.
Yes, I got so tickled. I got tears in my eyes. So thank you for wasting your time watching my crappy videos.
I mean, like
I am so.
I follow you on YouTube.
I'm so honored. Oh my God.
I do waste my time.
Thank you.
Watching you.
I'm literally honored when someone says, you're the first person I actually interviewed. Says,
Really?
On your channel. You know, because I swear, I try to keep it from my videos, honestly, is from your perspective, not mine. Because you drive your vehicle all the time, I don't. I mean, I can get an invite to drive anybody's car. They have 15, 20 minutes and I'm done. But I like talking to people, obviously. I could talk to a tree, obviously, probably get more information from a tree than anybody else. But I just enjoy talking to people and meeting people. And people like you makes me really want to continue my channel. Because sometimes I'm like, there's only 3 people watching my videos, me, my wife, and my son.
Well,
And
one of them's me then, apparently.
So I really appreciate it. Did I give you my card or you just, how did you happen to find my channel?
I actually met you last year. Jesus
Christ. I thought you were going to say, I searched and found your channel and it was so amazing. I'm sorry.
I met you last year in Clarksburg.
Oh my God.
And,
Yes,
yeah.
I remembered that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And,
I got tears in my eyes. Thank you so much.
I was talking with, I unfortunately apologize, I forget his name now. The gentleman that owns the iPace. And we were talking and he's like, oh yeah, you should go check it out. Somebody did an interview on me. I'm like, I'll go check it out. And
Oh my God.
I subscribed.
Thank you so much.
go.
Thank you. You know, and I'm gonna tell you this, and I don't think anybody knows this. Maybe if they've been following my channel like you have, but the impetus of my channel name, Don't Waste Your Time. When I first started my channel, it was all about my car.
Oh yeah.
And I did 28 mods, and one guy said, "Well, obviously this was a waste of my time." Watching your crappy videos. I'm like, well, apparently this is not for you. So don't waste your time watching it. And that's how that all came about. And so I kind of like that. But when people see don't waste your time, they automatically say, well, I'm not going to waste my time. So I slightly changed it to please waste your time.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly assumed it came from talking about EVs.
Yeah, it was. It was a lot of hate.
There's a lot. I mean, like even when I bought a hybrid 20 years ago, I
Yes.
was like, what are you doing? You know, the return on investment on that is not going to be good,
Yes.
blah, blah. And then gas went up to $5 a gallon, and then people
Right.
start asking me about the car. So, and then here again, I buy a car right before the pandemic.
Right.
Like, really
Right.
starts shutting everything down. And everyone's like, I can't believe you did it. You know, you went over to, you know, the dark side, blah, blah, blah. And then gas is $5 a gallon again. And everyone's like, oh, wait a minute. Like, so how's that car working out? I'm like, it's perfectly fine
Right,
when I pass that
right.
gas station.
Right.
I don't have to stop.
Yeah, I've had mine 9 years, so I've heard it all.
Yeah.
You know, and by me being an African American in this county
Yes.
9 years ago, driving an EV, oh my God, you know, it's like
you're
I
an
was
alien.
yeah, I was an alien, and I felt alienated actually
Well, you know, it's
for
funny
a little
'cause
while.
I took my mom to a drive EV event, and because she was really interested in my car after I bought it, and she was driving a Range Rover at the time, and I took her out and I said, look, you know, there's not, she's like, I like your car, I really like your car, but it's not going to go far enough for me, it's not big enough for me, blah, blah, blah. I said, all right, cool. I was like, let's go, you know, check out one of the other car shows and see there's a lot of variety now being manufactured.
Right. Yes.
And so I took her out to one in Annapolis. That's the first time I met Mark and everybody, and it was great. And my mom walked around. Every single question was like, how much is it? Is it for sale? I'm like, not this one, Mom. Right? So she did. So we did all that. And the thing is when we left, she was so excited by the idea that not only there was an electric vehicle that would let her save money because
Right.
she's putting premium gas in a Range Rover,
Right.
of all things.
Right.
And they came in a variety. It wasn't just a Tesla and it wasn't just a Nissan, right? And there was a variety. She could get the car she wanted. So we actually ended up driving from the EV show in Annapolis to 2 different dealerships.
Wow.
And we test drove a Tesla. Wasn't her cup of tea. We went to Hyundai. She tested over an Ioniq 5. We bought it that night.
Good for her.
Yeah.
And hasn't turned back since.
She is not.
Good for her.
She bought that car a year and a half ago.
Great.
She loves it.
Wow. Well, again, thank you. I'm flattered.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised that
Yeah.
people watching my crappy videos. Somebody is. At least the 4 of us are.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Entertaining.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right.